This is high-speed chess. That's what you're watching.
What's going on, my guys? We're going to be doing an all-time boxers tier list. We have a lot of boxers to go through. So to jump right into it, we're going to be doing this off of greatness, right? Who you beat, what you accomplished in your career, how you looked while doing so. But we're going to jump right into it. We're not ranking all these guys. A lot of these guys, we're going to throw them in the bin. We're going to do about a top 30-ish guys I believe should be top 30 or considered top 30. A lot of guys are going to be thrown in the bin of, nah, don't care for them too much. A lot of guys that are going to be older, I am going to skip over because I haven't watched enough of and I don't feel comfortable ranking them. Aaron Pryor's in the bin. This is going to be fast forward. I'm going to fast forward this so you guys don't have to sit here and do it with me. See how many guys we got now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. Let's get right into it. 1 through 5. All right, we'll do 1 through 5. And we'll just go down in increments of 5. 11 through 15, 16 through 20. A lot of you guys asked me, Jerry, what's your all-time list? So now y'all are gonna be able to really see how I would rank these guys all time. A lot of you guys are gonna get your feelings hurt. We're gonna get right into it. There's some great guys I left off. Joe Frazier. A lot of you guys are like, why? Joe Frazier didn't have a lot of notable wins. It was a really tough opponent for Ali. Just wouldn't make my 30. There's a lot of guys. Lomachenko. I feel like I wanted to put Lomachenko up here. I guess we'll leave him down there. Anthony Joshua was a really great heavyweight of his era. Didn't make it. Kovalev couldn't make it. But without further ado, let's get into it. This is no order quite yet. Put them all towards the bottom, I guess. Let's even this thing out. So let's get everybody out of the top tier. There we go. Number 1, the greatest fighter of all time. In my eyes, when we look at greatness, whose career is going to be the hardest to replicate? When is the next time we're going to see a fighter with such a career? It'll be Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is the greatest fighter of all time. I wasn't raised to like Manny Pacquiao, right? I was raised in a black household, obviously. So we're Floyd, we're Tyson, we're all those guys. But as I grew older, I realized the greatness of Manny Pacquiao. He's the oldest welterweight champion while being the youngest lineal flyweight champion. He's the only champion at welterweight to be 40 years of age. He's the only person to be a 4-decade champion. He won Fighter of the Decade in 2000. He won Fighter of the Year 3 different times. Manny Pacquiao, hands down, the 8 division champion. I didn't even speak on that yet. That's how you know he's that great. Manny Pacquiao's number 1. And without further ado, Floyd Mayweather's my number 2. I don't think I have to really go in depth on Floyd. 27 world champions he beat. Was it 24 world champions, 50-0 over the course of about 20 something years almost. Floyd Mayweather. He's Floyd Mayweather. That's all that needs to be said there. Now, my number 3, I typically go Ali. I've reevaluated who I typically put top 5. And that would be, where's my guy at? Is he even on here? Alexander Usyk. I've been swapping these two back and forth, and a lot of you guys are going to want to hear this. I'm kind of liking Usyk in front of Ali. Ali, great body of work. You look at Archie Moore, you look at Sonny Liston. Archie Moore is really old, but you look at Sonny Liston, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, Cleveland Williams, all these great guys. Usyk, I believe, has the better quality wins, especially when you look at the guys he's beaten and at the point he's beaten them and where he beat them. So he beats Krzysztof Glowacki in Poland. He beats Marco Huck in Germany, Michael Hunter in America, obviously. He waits for Tony Bellew. He beats Tony Bellew in London or the UK. He beats Murat Gaziev for Undisputed in Moscow. He fights Breeders in Lithuania. He goes on, beats AJ in the UK, Chisora in the UK, Dubois in the UK, Fury in Saudi. This guy's resume is mesmerizing. Alexander Usyk's resume gives me a literal headache. Greatness. Anywhere, anytime. Yeah, a lot of fighters say that. Anywhere, anytime. Give me whoever. Alexander Usyk is one of the few guys who's embodied that and one of the toughest heavyweight eras. Being severely undersized. Alexander Usyk, I think, punches his ticket. Also being 3-time undisputed. The only heavyweight champion to become 2-time undisputed. 2-time undisputed twice in the 4-belt era at cruiser and heavyweight. This guy's amazing. Simply brilliant. He's my number 3. Ali's my number 4. Ali, no explanation needed. My number 5, I'm going with the Sugar Daddy, Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard is my 5th greatest. He beat the three kings that were available to fight outside of himself on top of Wilfred Benitez. 5-division champion. He's a phony 5-division champion, but we'll give him the title nonetheless. So yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard is my number 5. My number 6. Matter of fact, I take that back. I will take that back. My number 5, I'll have Sugar Ray Leonard 6. Bernard Hopkins. A lot of people are saying, Jerry, what? I underrated Bernard Hopkins for a very long time as well. Bernard Hopkins turned pro in 88. Finished his career in 2017. How long is that? About 29 years. Hope I'm doing my math right. Bernard Hopkins is the oldest champion ever, and he's not a heavyweight. He was in there boxing with kids. Bernard Hopkins was in there boxing, exchanging, outmaneuvering, outworking young guys at the age of 50. The guy had 33 world title fights, which is almost more world title fights than Sugar Ray Leonard has fights, period. 3-division champion. Bernard Hopkins has the greatest longevity in boxing history. High praise for me. Read up on B-Hop. He got robbed a lot. I'm not gonna say robbed. He a lot of close fights. I thought he won. I thought he beat Jermaine Taylor both times. I thought he beat Chad Dawson. Really great fights they took away from Mr. Bernard Hopkins. He had a really good fight with Kazagi. Kazagi's gonna make his way onto this list eventually. But yeah, Bernard Hopkins with the 33 world title fights, becoming the oldest champion ever. This guy was 43 when he beat a 26-year-old Kelly Pavlik. Kelly Pavlik coming off of, I want to say he just stopped Jermaine Taylor, who was, undisputed at some point. So B-Hop my 5. Ray Leonard is my 6. My 7. I'm looking at these guys. I'm looking at Roy Jones. I'm looking at Lennox Lewis. Who's really popping out to me? Canelo Alvarez. Brilliant. 4-division champion. He's fought across 6 divisions. He's stepping into his 21st year as a professional boxer. He's never been hurt. Well, he's been hurt, but he's never been dropped, really. He's never really been hurt, rocked too many times. Never touched the canvas. This guy, Canelo Alvarez, has taken down pound for pound fighters. He's become a 4-division unified lineal undisputed champion. He's fought everybody. There basically is to fight. Yes, you can pick on him about Benavidez. Nobody's able to capture everybody in a certain era. He let Benavidez slip. I don't think that messes up his legacy entirely. Things happen. Canelo Alvarez embodies pound for pound. This guy is severely undersized in a huge super middleweight division, and he's beating these guys like he's 6'1". Canelo is my number 7. My number 8 is a no-brainer. Lennox the Lion Lewis. I like Lennox. Beat everybody he stepped in the ring with. Could he have faced some better guys when they were at their best power? No, because Lennox came into a really awkward heavyweight division where Tyson and Holyfield, when Lennox was ready to fight those guys, they weren't at their best. Lennox is my 7. Riddick Bowe also ducked him. That doesn't help him, his case too much. Lennox is my 8. My number 9. Ah, man. I'm looking at these guys. I want to lean towards Andre Ward. I want to lean to SOG right here. I'm going to say SOG. You look at Mikkel Kessler, and you're looking at the Super 6 tournament. The 2-division undefeated champion, Andre Ward, doesn't know how it feels to lose. He hasn't lost since being an amateur Olympian. He carries that over into the pros, only being dropped once, I believe, by Sergey Kovalev. He goes on, beats Kovalev twice, one of the greatest light heavyweights, one of the most dominant forces in boxing at that point. Stops him in the rematch. Andre Ward is my 9. I like a SOG. My 10, without a doubt, I'm gonna go. I'll take that back. Andre Ward is my 10. I'm gonna go Oscar De La Hoya at my 9. 6 division champion speaks for itself. You look at the guys he shared the ring with, from Tito to B-Hop to Floyd to Manny to Shane Mosley to Pernell Whitaker to Sue. Oh my God, Julio Cesar Chavez. Oh, Oscar De La Hoya is beautiful. This is a beautiful man right here. A beautiful career Oscar De La Hoya has been able to construct. Now that I sit here and think about it, I'm gonna go Oscar De La Hoya at my 8. He's over Lennox. I forgot about Oscar. The beautiful, beautiful, beautiful brilliance, excellency, right? So that'll put Ward at my 10. My 11, without a doubt, I'm gonna go Evander Holyfield. Only ever 4-time heavyweight champion. He was undisputed at cruiser, moved up to heavy, very successful. He stopped Mike Tyson twice. Very underrated win in the grand scope of boxing. I like Evander Holyfield at 11. My number 12. I'm not mad at Roy Jones. He dominated James Toney. He was a 4-division champion. He was steroided up to the gills, but he dominated a pound for pound James Toney. He became a 4-division champion. He went from junior middle all the way up to heavyweight. You can honestly argue him over Holyfield, right? Holyfield has the better wins. He has the Foreman win. He has the 2 Tyson stoppages, which just clears anything Roy Jones has done in terms of win. Obviously, Roy Jones at the peak of his powers looked a whole lot better than Evander, but I think the real deal does reign supreme with the 4-time heavyweight champion, right? So we're at what, 13? 13. I'm leaning towards. Man, this is tough. I'm gonna go George Foreman probably. Let me make sure. I'm gonna go George Foreman. Yeah, I like George Foreman here. George Foreman stopped Frazier twice, stopped Michael Moore, stopped Ron Lau. George Foreman was a force. He's the oldest heavyweight champion ever. That has to mean a lot. That means a lot to me. The guy's only been stopped once by the great Muhammad Ali. Just thinking about that makes me want to put Ali back over Usyk. But I like Foreman at 13. Now my 14. My 14. We'll probably go with Cesar Chavez. On this one. I like Cesar Chavez about right there. Cesar Chavez, really padded record, but man's a legend. The guys he fought, the guys he beat, the divisions he's conquered, really embodied the Mexican spirit. A lot of people are going to want to put Cesar Chavez over Canelo based off of who he was and what he did in terms of who he fought and how he embodied the Mexican style. But objectively, Canelo is a whole lot greater in my opinion. Cesar Chavez is my 14. My 15. Go Roberto Duran. We'll actually go Duran over Chavez. Roberto Duran fought from 1968 to 2001. The first man ever, only man ever to beat Sugar Ray Leonard at welterweight. But he did quit in the rematch. He did not have a lot of, eye-popping wins. There's not a lot of wins on Roberto Duran's resume that just has you like, oh my God, he beat that guy outside of Sugar Ray Leonard. He dropped one fight at lightweight to Esteban De Jesus. He went on to beat De Jesus on a later date. I like Duran at 14. Chavez at 15. Okay. Now things are getting a bit tighter, a bit close. We step into the 16 through 20 range. Immediately, I have to put Noya Inoue at 16. This guy is simply amazing. An absolute prodigy this guy is. Noya Inoue joins the pound for pound in his 9th fight, maybe. And he's sat on that pound for pound for a decade now while being undefeated on his way to 4 divisions, skipping over 1 and becoming 2-time undisputed, stopping almost everybody he stepped in the ring with. The level of dominance Noya Inoue has displayed, I don't think it's ever been shown in modern boxing. I think the dominance he's showing is above the level of even a Roy Jones Jr. When we're talking about most dominant fighters, where a guy steps in the ring and it's like he has it. He has the ability to make anybody look ridiculously foolish. Noya Inoue probably comes in at my number 1. On all-time legacy, I put him at 16. My 17. We're gonna go with the great Larry Holmes, probably. I like Larry Holmes at 17. Right? Larry Holmes, long reigning heavyweight champion, dominated the 70s, even on into the early 80s. He was still there doing his thing. I like Larry Holmes right here. That would be my 17. My 18, I think it's been a bit overdue now. A lot of guys won't agree with this one neither. Vladimir Klitschko. Vladimir Klitschko is the longest reigning heavyweight champion ever. He's a 2-time heavyweight champion. When you go look at his resume, you say, well, he fought a really boring style. I get that. And he took a lot of fights out of the American scene and he brought them over to Europe for his people to enjoy. And I'm not mad at that. I would want the same for my people. But Vladimir Klitschko, you look at Chris Bird, you look at, what's my guy's name? Oh, I can't remember his name. Chris Bird was another great heavyweight of the 2000s he beat. I cannot remember, but he also fights into the mid-2010s, taking on Tyson Fury. Gave Fury a decent fight. It was a decent fight. Really boring fight. He puts down Anthony Joshua for the first time in his career. That was a really tough AJ on the way up. Vladimir Klitschko, being the longest reigning heavyweight champion alone, is astonishing. He's my number 18. 19, I'm gonna go Terrence Crawford. On his way to becoming 4 division, 2-time undisputed. His road to 2-time undisputed, he stopped 10 out of 11 opponents while being 4 division. That is impressive within its own right. I just knocked his resume the other day. It's not as impressive as guys make it seem. But in terms of greatness legacy, you cannot deny the 4 divisions, 2-time undisputed. Terrence Crawford easily comes in at my number 19. To round off the 20, I'll go Pernell. No brainer. 4 division undisputed, number 1 pound for pound for years. That's a no-brainer, right? And now that leaves us with our bottom of the barrel guys. To start it off, actually, I sit here and think about it. Bevel's really close to Pernell, man. A lot of you guys don't want to hear this. Y'all have the nostalgia bias thing clicking in your brains. When you look at the careers, Bevel's really close to him. Until Bivol could be Better BF, though, I'm going to put Bivol at 21. I'm going to have Better BF on the back of Bivol. Right? Then I'll go... Oh, man. I'm going to go Tommy Hearns, who had really great fights with Sugar Ray, who stopped Duran, 154 Duran, but not a lot of big notable victories. Again, when I look at Tommy Hearns' resume, he's the first ever 5 division champion, which is insane. Has some pretty good longevity. I like Tommy Hearns right here at my 23. My 24, I like Joe Calzaghe probably. second most title defenses ever in any division. He could have broke Joe Louis's record if he didn't move up to 175 to become a 2-division champion. Joe Calzaghe finishing his career undefeated, beating the guys he beat, fighting at a world champion level for so long. Such an underrated fighter. Such an underrated fighter. Joe Calzaghe is my 24. 25. To round out the 25, I think it's only right you go with James Toney. Starting off our last 5, 6, 7 guys, whoever. I think Mike Tyson tops this list at 26. My 27, I would go Marvin Hagler. And I'll get to Hagler in a second, because a lot of you guys are screaming at me. My 28, I would go Golovkin. 29, I would go Cotto. My 30, Marquez. My 31, Vitali. 32, Salvador Sanchez. Now, I am missing a guy that I would like to put on here. Now, he goes by the name of Ricardo Finotto Lopez. Finotto Lopez deserves to be on here. Right? I couldn't find him. I was just going through it too quick. I couldn't find him. Fernando Lopez would definitely make the top 32. It's definitely over Salvador Sanchez and Vitaly Klitschko. Now Marquez, that's a bit of a coin flip because of Marquez 4 divisions. But I think this is my top 32. Now Hagler. A lot of you guys are screaming at the screen, Jerry, but Hagler, he never beat a great middleweight. He never fought a great middleweight. Roberto Duran never defended a middleweight title. He wasn't a great middleweight. Tommy Hearns got stopped twice in under 4 rounds at middleweight. Never defended a title. He was never a great middleweight. John Mugabe was moving up for 154. He was never a great middleweight. Sugar Ray Leonard was moving up. Never defended the title. He wasn't a great middleweight. Marvin Hagler has beaten no great middleweights, never faced a great middleweight, and that's why I'm hesitant. I could honestly go Golovkin over him, because Hagler only defended the title 12 times to Golovkin's 23-24, while also giving Canelo Alvarez the hardest fights of his life, while also dominating and knocking out everybody over almost a decade. So you could honestly go Golovkin over Hagler. I actually don't mind that one. I get it. Hagler fought in the 4 Kings era. It's the nostalgia and the aura of that era, but objectively Hagler never faced a great middleweight. That's, you guys are gonna bring up Sugar Ray Seals and all these other, they weren't great middleweights, guys. Stop that. But looking over my top 32, I have Manny Pacquiao at my 1, Floyd Mayweather, Alexander the Great, Muhammad Ali, Bernard Hopkins, Sugar Ray Leonard, Canelo Alvarez, Oscar De La Hoya, Lennox Lewis, Andre Ward, Evander Holyfield, Roy Jones Jr., George Foreman, Roberto Duran, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., Naoya Inoue, Larry Holmes, Vladimir Klitschko, Terrence Crawford, Pernell Whitaker, Dmitry Bivol, Artur Beterbiev, Tommy Hearns, Joe Calzaghe, James Toney, Mike Tyson, Triple G, Hagler, Cotto, Marquez, Vitali, and Salvador Sanchez. That is the greatest all-time list you could ever construct without playing into the bias of the older fighters. You guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. You guys let me know, what would you change about this list? Do you guys agree with it? I know it's going to be a lot of controversy. I'm going to start, so you guys let me know in the comments below.